Hello, hello. Did you miss me? I missed y'all. Welcome to the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. We have a very, very special guest that's going to be appearing today. As you've seen on my post, we're going to be talking about the what? The single life. Yes, we got a lot that we're going to talk about and hit on point with that. So just tune in. If y'all would, go ahead and share. Do a watch party so that way we can get this out. As I said, we got Miss Roxanne that's going to be in the house. She's on standby right now. But we're going to start with the announcements. And once we get done with the announcements, we will bring her on in. I'm actually trying to find my own show on my phone. And it's sad because it's not even coming up. But I'll look for that in just a minute. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the tribute to Ossie Davis raffle. That'll be this month. Yes, y'all, it's this month. It's $20 to enter. All you got to do is Cash App $20 to $ the Unspoken Heart. As you see back here, that beautiful purse that's provided by K&L Boutique, which we give so much thanks to for providing that purse. The deadline for the raffle is going to be September 16th. That is midnight of September 16th. So make sure that y'all get y'all raffle tickets so y'all can enter a chance to win this beautiful Michael Kors purse. I don't see too many of them, but I tell you what, it'll look fabulous on that famous woman or that beautiful girl. I tell you what, go ahead and get it in. If you don't have Cash App, just inbox me, Spicy Gray, and we'll work something out so you can get your ticket. You will not lose your chance in winning this purse. Also, we have on September 17th will be the tribute to Ossie Davis, which we will have Mr. Dre Coop, Michael Gray, and Vashawn Smith in the house to share a little piece of their life in poetry as we did with the women last month. We had a good time when we did a tribute to Maya Angelou. I'm telling you, it was a beautiful thing. Also, I'm going to tell y'all, Tish's Homestyle Cooking. Let me tell you, I announce her on every show because I use her all the time. Guess what? I got my delivery today, and I am so happy. We got the ribeye steak and fries with lemon pepper seasoning. Everybody knows I love that lemon pepper. She served it with a side of celery sticks and blue cheese dressing. Mwah. Thank you, Tish, so much. Tish's Homestyle Cooking. You can contact her at Tish's Homestyle Cooking at gmail.com or 210-414-7718. She services San Antonio, New Braunfels, Cibolo shirts, and Converse. Hit her up. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. I've almost had her every single show that I didn't have. She have not disappointed me at all. If you're looking for comfortable clothing that will not only look good, but feel good. Contact Hustle and Hustle with Q Jackson and Raven Phelps at 830-765-2077. As y'all seen on my post, I've been advertising some of their dresses. Trust me, I got another outfit I got to pick up. Feeling comfortable, feeling good, feeling sexy. And I'll tell you what, I ain't got to say a word because it's right on the clothing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the clothing. Y'all, look them up. You won't be disappointed. They will have you wearing an expression that doesn't require to be heard. I tell you what, let me try to look on here. Like I said, do make sure y'all do y'all watch party. Make sure you share this video. After the showing, it will be uploaded to YouTube right on my channel, Spicy Gray. Now, born in New Braunfels, Texas, graduated from New Braunfels High School with a 3.5 grade point average. She has a bachelor's and master's degree at Southern New Hampshire, associate's degree at Ultimate Medical Academy at Florida, 3.75 GPA. I'm telling you, we got a sharp one on our hands. She's residing now in Atlanta, Georgia. Everyone here to help us discuss the single life, Ms. Roxanne Adams. Hello, hello, girlfriend.
Hey, from the ATL. How's it down there in Texas? You know it
It's
won't be long before
raining.
I won't be. It won't be long. I'm counting the months. Hold down now.
All right. Coming to State Town,
I'm
girlfriend.
coming. Nah, I can't bring back to Saytown. I gotta take it to Austin. You know how that go.
Well, that's close. Ain't too far, hour and 45 minutes.
Ain't nothing
Hey,
but about
that can
45
be a
minutes.
point. That's right. That's right. Thank you so much for accepting my request. We're going to be talking about the single life today. Are you excited?
I'm excited. Hoping that through the struggles, the trials, and the pain that I went through, that I can share some light on help the other singles to overcome as well.
Okay, okay. Well, let's see what we got up today because I'm telling you, this is going to be something good. Now, we're going to just talk about this because, when we come up, we have an idea, a dream that we really don't know if it's going to be fulfilled. So, like some have on life's plan of a family, home, car, job stability, and majority the children. I don't know if that's the same thing that you dreamed about, but I know I kind of had that idea, but I just wanted one. How about you?
I had several dreams when I was coming up. And I guess I got sidetracked by by what things hurt me in life. But I got back on track, and just about all of the goals I have accomplished.
Okay, okay. Now, the one thing that's never planned, foreseen, or even predicted is divorce, single parenting, and being alone without a companionship. What do you think is the main reason why the percentage of being single is higher than being in a committed relationship compared to years ago?
Well, what I think is abuse, lack of communication, lack of understanding and commitment. Everybody wants it their way and not willing to be 50-50 or meet each other halfway. And people are too selfish nowadays.
True, true. I feel you on those, and those are some good reasons. Do you feel the fear of commitment plays a part in why ones don't want to be in a relationship or married, and why?
Do I feel, could you repeat that, please?
Do you feel the fear of commitment plays a part in why ones don't want to be in a relationship or married, and why?
Yes, I do feel it did because I know in my standpoint it did for a long time because of the things you've been through in life. If you've been abused, if you've been hurt, you look for love in all the wrong places. But then when you find it, it's not the love that you really want.
Right.
So it turns out to be you getting hurt again and that fear sets in.
Okay, so more or less what you're saying is the experiences and the crosses that you go through that could place you
Right.
in a
You have to
position
go through a
where
process. You have to go through a process to grow. You have to go through a process to get over that fear in order to love again.
right, right. I agree with that. I agree. Do you think maybe since a lot of people are too friendly, and I'm gonna say it just like this because I'm noticing that it's more open and more out there than before. But do you think they're too friendly with their bodies, and that is why their expectations of having a relationship is at a loss? And could you explain why?
I see a lot more young people being so free with their bodies, and it's like they don't know that their bodies are a temple of God. They don't respect it, and they're just out there throwing themselves around,
Hmm.
and that's not love. That's not
Right,
respect. A man
right,
can throw money at a man, can tell you he loves you, but until he shows it and until he proves it, you got to understand your body needs to be worshipped in a manner that you respect yourself.
right. So what do you think about the saying when, you have guys and there's girls too, where they say, well, I don't want the commitment of a relationship. I just want to be having some fun.
The ones that are just having fun, you don't need anything like that because you're opening yourself up for hurt, all kinds of diseases, and there's
Hmm.
no commitment. Okay,
Right.
if you just want to have fun, use protection, but don't let your body be a hotel or drive-through convenience store because that's not what we were made for. That's not what God wanted.
Exactly. And I know, we hear a lot on different podcasts and different live videos, or even posts where people say, well, you know what? I've been hurt a lot. I just don't want the commitment. But at the same time, if you think about it, you got to think at the end of the road. That's you were getting older. We're not getting no younger.
Yeah, who wants to be
And
alone?
exactly. And why would you want to set yourself up to be at the crossroads of being alone?
True. My thing is, I've been hurt a lot,
Mm,
and I took time from the scene,
hmm.
and I had to find me again. I had to learn to love me again. And
Hmm.
once you do that and you step away and find that reality, but first you got to give it to God, let God guide you and pray
Right.
on it and step back in slowly.
Right.
You can't just oh, I'm right here. No, 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 no. You got to be calm, settle, and have the right mind frame before you do.
Exactly. Because I mean, I look at I'm gonna be 50 in November. I have been single for 10 months.
I got
But
less than a month. I got a couple of days. I'll be 52. Let's raise the house now.
happy birthday, Queen. Queen.
52 and older.
But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put be that pettiness now, okay? Like Central State, I'm full of petty. I'm gonna tell you, ain't nothing like that Scorpio thing, baby.
Uh-uh. No, no. Them Libras. You know we got 15 different personalities in one day.
Yes, yes.
You
Now,
don't know which one you're gonna get.
exactly. But I look at, okay, I'm finna be 50. Yes, I've been single for 10 months now. But I look at, okay, took time to heal from my last relationship. But
Yes.
my thing is that I don't want to end up being alone. And I
Well,
hate to
I
use
look
this
at
as an
some of these people
example.
who say they want to be alone.
Mm,
In reality, you don't want to be alone.
yeah, and we're gonna get to that.
You
We're
just
gonna
got the pain inside of you. It's
yeah,
telling you that.
yeah. And we're gonna get to that subject right there after the interlude and everything. Um, One thing I want to say is that, you know, what people need to be careful with, and it's very, to me, it's a dangerous game, is that you set
Right.
out to have fun and not being conscious that somebody's going to catch emotions. And when they catch emotions, that's something sometimes you cannot control. And saying that, oh, I just need fun, or I'm not looking for a relationship, but I just want to sleep with you. One, we're too old for that.
Yeah. And
Two,
two, emotions still come into play when you say have fun. But
exactly.
your body, and the time you spend together, that all throws into play of emotions, feelings.
Hmm.
You gotta think about that. It's not
Exactly.
back like we're 20 or in our 30s anymore. We're in our 50s getting older.
Exactly. And so, my question to you, in your perspective, when is it too old to be playing high school games with other people's lives?
when you hit 30 and no later than mid 30s. You got to
Mhm.
stop these games because life is not a game. Sometimes you got to get serious. I guess you want to be the old lady. You're going to still be the old lady playing games that have a house full of cats and dogs.
Exactly. And that goes for the men too. So, we're gonna take a
Well, you
small
got some men out here that they want to have 15 to 20 different women and think it's okay. And they want
it's
to play
not
with
cute.
people's feelings.
Yeah, to me, I'm gonna be honest. When you're sleeping with more than one person, that turns my stomach. That's like it's disgusting. I mean, to each his own. That's your body. But with mine, I value it. And my thing is, if I'm with you, I'm just with you.
Right.
I don't share you with anybody. You don't share me with anybody else. But I don't feel like I should have to share you either. Because at the same time, it reminds me when my grandmother used to talk to me. She says, you got to think about it. Every person that person slept with, they pick up some kind of aura from that person. So it's
Yes.
just like
Or spirit
every
or
person that
whatever.
person slept with, you're also added to that, but you also sleep with the people as well. So, a lot of people don't take that serious. I take it serious because I respect my body. But we're going to take a small interlude and we're going to come back with the discussion about the single life with Roxanne Adams, which we are having a good time so far. And then we're going to do some shout outs as well. So, right now, what we're going to bring on is called Unapologetic, presenting by Street Legend, Lala Maria.
Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry, baby. Mm. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry, baby. So much love for you. You're beautiful. The way you got me feeling not the usual. The chemistry between us, I can't explain. I love the way you say my name, unapologetic. I love everything about you, baby, no regrets. Unapologetic. I'm glad I took a chance. Said love is my heart. Unapologetic. You knew what you were doing when you first said hello. Acting all shy, talking to me like you're so bashful. So bashful. Ain't lying in the back of my mind. You were already mine. I left the world behind. You got me fantasizing, daydreaming, now scheming. How to keep your heart. You're super sexy, super bad, and you know it. Swagger on a million, you the baddest in the building. You got my heart from the start, and they ain't even know you. Just at the funeral, so much love for you. You're beautiful. The way you got me feeling is not the usual. The chemistry between us, I can't explain. I love the way you say my name, unapologetic. I love everything about you, baby, no regrets. Unapologetic, unapologetic. Love is my heart. Unapologetic when I'm with you. Got a couple clothes every time you take a picture. Big flash, pose for the camera. I know them haters mad cause they thought we wouldn't last. I'm going extra just to show you that you're special. I ain't tripping about no haters, apply pressure. We brainstorming, that's a different type of weather. Whether or not we won't stop, we won't stop. Love for you, you're beautiful. The way you got me feeling not the usual. The chemistry between us, I can't explain. I love the way you say my name, unapologetic. I love everything about you, baby, no regrets. Unapologetic. I'm glad I took a chance. Said love is my heart. Unapologetic.
Lala Maria, my girl, presented by Street Legend, Unapologetic. Y'all check her out. She is on fire. She can be found on all platforms. Thank you, Miss Lala, for giving us permission to play that. Love you very much, girl. Uh, now we got some shout outs here. We're gonna do. We have Mr. Dwight Robinson is watching with us. Hey, Mr. Andres Anderson, Anthony Crawford, Zetra Moncho. Hey, baby. Zetra says, I agree. Not many want to compromise, too set in their ways. That's true. Evangelist Carolyn Stevens, hello, hello. Anthony Crawford says the sister is totally correct. Way too many people think they want certain things, they get it, and still are unsatisfied. No real relationship with God, dissatisfaction. People try to get from other human beings what they can only get from God and God's principle. Y'all more than welcome to call in. The line is open. The number is 512-668-2814. If you have a comment or a question for Miss Roxanne Adam. Hello, Tiffany Traboon. Also, Evangelist Carolyn Stevens says, Roxanne said it. Speak the truth. Amen. Hello, thank you for tuning in, Larry Miles. Evangelist Carolyn Stevens says, True Scorpio. That's right, baby. Evangelist also says, Wait on God. Also, she says, Yes, be with that one person. Hello, Mrs. Cornetta Griffin. Thank you for tuning in. That's my best friend from Austin, Texas. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. We are now discussing the topic with Miss Roxanne Adams pertaining to the single life. Now, there was a time that I took a moment to evaluate my life and what evolved around me from birth to my grown years. Okay. So hold up. Make sure we got this right. Um, to my grown years. In it, I came to the diagnosis from the generational chain of abuse, which has landed me in failed relationships. I'm gonna just be honest. Along with being a magnet to the wrong men. Is there anything, is there is there anything that evolved around you from birth until you became grown that landed you in a failed relationships? If so, will you share it with us?
Yes, I think mine stems back from the time my real mother ran off and left me at 3 days old. And the reason why I can say that is because I never had that pure love, that real love. Even though my
Mhm,
grandparents adopted me and raised me, I still wanted that motherly love, that one on one with my mother. And I had it with my grandmother, don't get me wrong. And I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful for my grandparents because that's all I knew as parents. But
mhm,
my grandparents did try and build a relationship with my mother, and she never was there.
mhm,
Birthday parties, nothing. Graduation, nothing. When I had one of my daughters passed away of crib death, she wasn't there. My biological mother has stated in so many words that she wished I was dead. I don't
mhm,
wish no harm, but I had to come to grips and I had to really look in reality. It's not my fault that I
right.
was born because I didn't ask to be born, and
Exactly.
I can't give I can't give God an explanation or sit in front of God and explain to him why she did what she did. She has to give an account for that. I
Right.
had to learn to forgive her for the madness and the not understanding in order to build myself up and to get past that so I can love and be loved. It took me a long time, but in this day and age, I used to say I never wanted her to cross my path. I never wanted nothing to do with her. But if she came to me right now, I could have a silver conversation with her. That's the growing part of me. Years back, I didn't want nothing to do with her.
Mhm.
But she's the one that's missing. She's missing out on me.
Exactly. Exactly.
She doesn't know her grandchildren. She doesn't know nothing about me, or she don't even know what I like, my favorite color. She don't even know when her grandchildren were born, their date of birth, much less her great grandchildren. So not having the right love or in the right environment hurt me. And then by my biological dad not really come he in and out of my life, it hurt me. So I had to learn, take time to heal. And then when my grandfather died when I was almost 16 years old, that hit me for a shock because that was the only father I knew. When my grandmother died, my mother, yeah, I was in my 40s, but a big chunk of me was taken away because who else was I going to call mom? Who else was going to listen to me when I had a problem? Who else understood me like she understood me? Who was there when I used to cry and say, "Why didn't my mama want me?"
Right.
But I had to come to grips to it. Before my mom died, she told me, "You're gonna be all right." She
Mhm.
said, "You're gonna come to grips with a lot of things that's gonna set you free," and I have, and I have.
Yeah, thank God for that. Now, going through all this pain, and even we're looking at you now, and we can tell it still touches you. Have you ever received any type of counseling or any help from a pastor in order to heal? Or did you just take these steps on your own and find your own tools in order to heal these
I
wounds?
I did talk to one pastor. Not gonna call no names, but that pastor was not right. If you get what I mean, tried
Mm,
to take advantage of me as a young girl. So that was another strike in my books. So I hid it for a long time, and then I finally came out and said something.
mhm,
Um, my parents always taught me to pray and to give it to God, and God would show you the way.
right,
And you, Spicy, you and I've had some heart to heart talks, and you know a lot of my story.
right, right.
You have helped me a lot, and Patrice, a good friend of mine, and Cassandra. But through it all, I had to do this healing on my own. I can take advice all day long, I can listen, but it's the steps I had to make on my own.
Right.
And I'm not where I used to be.
Mhm.
I'm not where I'm going to be, but I'm in a process in working on myself, which is what I like because I'm not where I used to be. And I love who I am now more so than I ever have. So you can't knock me off of my pedestal. You cannot come at me with my past because my past was back then. This is today, and I'm moving forward.
Amen, amen. Okay. Have you taken steps to break that sort of cross so it begin to cycle over to your children?
The steps I've taken is to be in my children's life.
Right.
Um, their dad was a deadbeat, a loser. Um, so I played both mom and dad, and my
Mm,
family has been there. Um,
okay.
I don't ever want them to hurt like I did, as far as not having a parent, not knowing. So if they ask me a question, I tell them. I'm
Exactly.
not perfect, but I tell them. And you get more respect when you tell them and when you're open with them than when you dodge the question or don't fill them in.
Right, right. Now, when
I'm
I
not gonna
realized
say my oldest daughter and I may not have the greatest um relationship. I mean, we so much alike, but through no matter what, through thick and thin, that's my daughter, and I'm gonna be there for her, just like she gonna be there for me. I mean, she has her days when she's a Scorpio, and she has her days just like anybody else. But I don't fault her because I know her. That's my child.
right, right. Now, we have some comments here. Okay, we have hello, Miss Nikita McClure. She's in the house. She says hello, Roxanne. We have
Hello, how are you?
we have DC. Hello, Mister. Thank you for joining in. And Evangelist says exactly. Only God can make you have a change of heart, and He wanted us to forgive. Thank you for sharing. Yes, thank you for sharing. When I realized the root of exposure, I confronted him to let him know how he had hindered me and how it made me feel. And that was in order for me to move forward. Have you ever went to your mother to share with her the scars she formed and how it made you feel? And did
Yes,
you
I've
forgive
tried
me?
to go to her, Spicy, and
Mhm,
more than one occasion.
mhm.
And when your biological mother, or somebody who gave birth to you, tells you, "I'd rather you dead. I do not want nothing to do with you." Okay, cool. Back then it hurt. It hurt me to my soul, but now I can say, "Cool, that's on you. You
Right,
missing out." And I try and tell her happy birthday. Um, no response. But in the end, I'm not the one.
go ahead. That was by accident. Go ahead.
In the end, in the end, I'm not losing shit. So
Mm,
all I can do is put it in God's hand and keep moving because if I sit here and dwell on it, I'm
mhm.
not gonna move forward and I'm gonna stay depressed. And that's not what my grandparents or parents who they raised and adopted me want me to do. That's not Roxanne. I like the Roxanne I am, the one that can smile and get up and say, "Hey, whatever," and keep it moving.
Right. So have you forgiven her, whether she accepts
I
or not?
Yeah,
It's,
I've
it's
forgiven her because you know what? I had to forgive her to move on to get where I am today.
exactly, exactly. Because it's not more so for her, but it was for you.
It's for me.
Exactly, exactly. Now, if your child ever comes to you and say, "Mom, what is it that no man wants to commit, be faithful, or just want me for my body?" What key of comfort and nutrition would you offer her?
I'd had this discussion with my oldest. She'll be 32.
Hmm.
She came to me and told me some things, and I told her, I said, "Look, you're a woman. Value yourself and value your body. Always a lady." What my grandfather, my dad, whatever you want to say,
Hmm.
instilled in me. You let a man treasure you and show you that you're a lady he wants. Don't let nobody take advantage of you, period.
Exactly,
Don't lay down with nobody because then you're just like a drive through store, in and out. No, be a woman like you're supposed to. Set
exactly.
an example for for your daughters.
Yeah, because the one thing that hurts is that it's enough that we had to go through it, but to actually see our daughters go through it and repeat the cycle, the pain's even worse.
Yes, it is. Yes, the generational cycle. Yes, it hurts worse. That's
Yes, it
why
does.
I talk to my children and I talk to any young people. Do not go through this. Do not repeat the same cycle. You got the chance to break that curse.
Right, right. Okay, we're going to go to a small interlude again and take well more or less take a small break, and then we're going to come back and continue on with the subject of the single life. What y'all have here now is one of my own pieces from my own CD, The Unspoken Heart, and this one is called "In Love by Myself." Gently laying hands upon my chest, thoughts of deception, hindrance, peaceful rest. Looking in mirror is reflection of pain, tears falling like the showering rain. My mind questions, Why give him my heart to once again be torn all apart? Past scars has scorned my inward glow. Hopes of happiness towards wind do blow. For once I able myself to open up, acceptance of his comfort and filling my cup, pulling me close, making feeling of safe embraces. Gazing into his eyes, I see no empty spaces. He leaves without warning, like a thief into the night, contemplating of his true worth towards the fight. Portrayed like the seasoning placed on a shelf, eyes open, realizing I was in love all by myself. That is my very own CD, The Unspoken Heart. It is titled In Love by Myself. Now, we're going to continue on. Hello, Mr. Jimmy Starr. Stinger, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it, appreciate it. We have Mr. Rock Harrison is watching. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate, I don't know this, what living and not just existing, Jacqueline. I know that's right. I know that's right. Thank you for tuning in. And Evangelist Stephen says, good listening to y'all. Been married for 43 years. God got something good for you. Someone good for you. Thank you. Thank you for speaking that into our life. Really appreciate that. And I'm a hold on to that. I'm telling you, I'm a hold on to that. Now, you have one. We're gonna get back to the single life topic. You have ones who appear to put on a facade and loudly say, I don't need a man. I'm happy being single. What's your thoughts on that?
What's my thoughts on the men that are happy being single or the females happy being single?
You have a lot of females. We're gonna speak on the females. Well, we can't really speak on the males. I mean, we can, but we can't. But as a female, you hear a lot of them say, you know, I don't need a man. I'm happy being single. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts are, first of all, they're fooling themselves because a lot of y'all, you see you out and about. Every man that go by, you grinning, or behind closed doors, you got somebody at your house, or you meeting up with somebody. No, you're fooling yourself because at the end of the day, as you get older, you need somebody. You don't want to be sitting at home with a bunch of cats and dogs as you get older.
Exactly. Because I mean, I feel that time because, and I'm gonna make this clear because I do have problems. You know, as you probably seen on one of my posts, I totally ignored the comment. I don't need nobody inboxing me about anything because I don't get women online. But you know, you have women to where we've been single for a long time, and we're looking for that one person. But we can't go around here thinking that put on this facade like, oh, I don't need a man. To me, when I hear a woman say that, I'm like, girl, come on now. Be real. It's nothing like having that companionship, somebody that you can share your life with, somebody you can laugh with, somebody that you could just age with. I mean, just being in the house, I mean, cats and dogs cannot talk back to you. I don't care how you talk to them. It's not the same conversation. You can't have that kettle session. So to me, personally, I'd be lying if I say that.
Right.
So do you feel that that's a masking excuse for her to offer for her being single?
She is in denial. She's in denial, and she may be covering up pain that she's been through, or
Mhm.
maybe she's been in an abusive relationship. She's covering up something in some form or fashion, and she's in denial.
But I wonder sometimes could they feel kind of embarrassed by saying, "Okay, I've been single this long," to where you have like with me, I have married people that be around me, They
Yes.
could feel uncomfortable, and they don't want to sit there and make it seem like they're the sad case, or the one that can't get a man, or the one that has a problem, you know, and they feel like they got to put on this mask saying that, I don't need a man. Do you feel that that could be the issue at hand as well?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I feel
Mhm.
that as well. Okay. Now, I know you heard this. It's the same saying as I have. Only man I need is Jesus. What is your
I
thoughts
hear that all the
on
time.
that? And the women that repeatedly quote this, are they truly happy without companionship with the man in flesh and just happy with just Jesus?
No, they're not. I mean, you can be happy with Jesus, but Jesus is spiritual. You need somebody physically there in your life.
Exactly.
You need somebody physically. You want somebody you can talk to. You want, okay, we can talk to Jesus, but you want somebody there face to face you can talk to. You want that commitment, that understanding. You want the love.
Right.
You I
I mean,
understand you can get it
so
from Jesus, but you can't get that one on one or that companionship, that physical or whatever. So yes, you need that. And
yes.
all this saying, people saying, "Oh, I just want Jesus. I'm just okay." Everybody wants Jesus. Let's just bottom down. We all want to go to heaven,
Hmm.
but stop lying to yourself when you're not being real. Just because you've had failed relationships, failed marriages, you
Yeah.
shouldn't fall into that category of saying, "I don't think I'm ready for a man." Okay, you may not step back from the situation. I did, but don't lie to yourself and make everybody else think you don't.
Yeah, because we understand, and me and you been in that place to where we've been hurt too many times because we have been romantic to the wrong man. But that hurt and the fear, it doesn't mean that that's not what you want.
Right.
You know,
But then you got to
you
think too, Spicy. There's a lot of screwed up men out here that go around playing with people, the women's minds, or playing games, and then make women say the things they say, like, "Hey, I don't want a man."
yes. Miss Evangelist Stevens says sometimes a woman has been so broken by past relationships, so they make up in their mind they don't need a man. You can't take your past in another relationship. Thank you for that. Amen. I agree. I agree.
And that's so true.
And that's another reason we might as well go ahead and say it. That's another reason why women do get end up being single or have these failed relationships because they don't take the time to heal. They don't know how to forgive and let go. Because the one thing is if you do find that man that is good for you, that truly
Right.
loves you, he doesn't deserve to pay for what the past man did. But he's going to pay for that if you hadn't healed, if you haven't let go, or if you haven't forgiven.
Right.
That's why I tell women it's a process. Once you exit out a relationship and you've been traumatized or you've been hurt, it's a process. You got to heal first. Once you
Yeah.
heal and see where things could be different within yourself and handling things, especially knowing how to value yourself, how to love yourself. Because it's just like I explained to my daughter. When you learn how to love yourself, can't nobody hurt you anymore. You know what the red flags are. You know what to stay away from. You know what to not be a magnet to in order to repeat that cycle again.
Right.
Instead of jumping from one relationship into another, making these men pay for something that another man did, take time and heal first and realize your worth. Learn how to love. I mean, you have a lot of people around here that say, "Oh, I love myself," but do you truly love yourself? Do you really love yourself?
True.
You have to look at the definition of that because I didn't realize that I was not loving myself until I stopped allowing a lot of things to hurt me. When I stopped falling into that cycle of abuse, of hurt, of being used, because we're human, but we have to learn how to heal from it. And if we don't take that time, we can hurt somebody else that don't deserve to be hurt. And that can end. in a failed relationship. And at the end of the road, it can end with you being alone.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Evangelist Stevens. Also, let me see here. I kind of got out quick because sometimes when I get to go, I go off track. Okay. Now, what is your perception on ones who fall for someone based on, now listen carefully to the choices, race, flirtatious words, or definition in body structure? Do you feel it's a misleading breach of contract in having a happy relationship, being they didn't take the time to know the person's character?
Let me just use myself as an example.
Okay.
Okay, and now I'm just gonna put it blunt. Like my children's father. I don't know. Let's just be honest. I'm so glad my children look like me and act like me. Because I had to be blind in one eye and couldn't see out the other, and I'm glad I wear contacts and glasses. I'm just being honest.
Hmm.
I thought he was drop dead gorgeous. I
Hmm.
thought he was everything. But when I look back over the years of all the stuff he did to me, the pain he put me through, the beating of my mom, the beating of me, I must have been a total jerk to ex- to accept the things I accepted.
Right.
But now, being almost 52, he can't say hi to me.
Mm.
I forgive him, but I don't want nothing to do with him. You cannot come up on me because I know what you all about.
Yes.
Um, After him, I dated another guy that beat me. Nah, you can't do that to me no more. I don't know what I saw in these guys. I don't know what if it was just I was looking for love or what. Yeah, some of them may have looked good, but now that I look at it, looks ain't everything because guess what? You can be the best looking man in the world and treat a woman like crap, and that's how I was being treated. So
If
no,
your heart is
no,
ugly, you're ugly.
no,
Yeah,
no.
because see, that's one thing when I went through the process of healing and I forgave my former abuser, the one thing I could say, like my baby's dad, we do speak to each other to be cordial. Because, like I told him, I want the right example in front of my son. He needs to sense something healthy. But when I forgave him, I had to let everything go. When I
But
took him,
see, I
he,
forgave him,
mhm,
spicy. But when a man don't know his children's date of birth, they full names ain't never been there, but you
mhm,
lying and saying you doing this, you ain't did nothing. I have nothing for you.
exactly, exactly,
But you
exactly.
call and ask me for money. No, you a man. You supposed to stand on your own 2 feet.
Mhm. Yeah. Now, Zetra Monso, thank you for tuning in, lady. That's my Scorpio queen sister. She said, I read
Now where's the
something.
Libras in the house? Come on now.
She said, I read something that said, until you are ready to love like you have never been hurt, then you are not ready to love. I really feel her on that.
It's true.
Evangelist Stephen says, no relationship is perfect. You're going to have some ups and some downs. That's true. No relationship is perfect at all. And we cannot expect for a person to be in perfection of everything. And everything that you define as perfection isn't everything that is your way either. Because
True.
my thing is, the perfection in ways is by the walk you do with according to God, not according to your way. So that's what I have to say on that. Do you think sometime by a woman not only being controlling, because it ain't only men that's abusive, there's women that are abusive as well. So do you think sometimes by a woman not only being controlling, but single for a long period of time, her set ways can push or run a man away?
Yes. Yes,
How is that?
because you've been single for so long, everything is about you, and you don't want to bend any, or you don't want to work together as a couple should do. Everything is more centered as self-centered about yourself.
Right, right. Okay. Is it the type of man that she chooses for a relationship that could have a woman in a repeated felt status? Or could it be something in her that lands her in a lonely and cold room?
Both. It could be something within yourself that you're struggling to find love,
Hmm.
or you don't know how to go about fixing yourself or healing yourself. So you're struggling for love. You're looking for love in all the wrong places.
Right,
And then you're looking for all the wrong men, and any man and every man that grins at you or says something to you might be the man you end up with, which you cause worse consequences.
right. Now, I'm gonna hit you with that because you're coming close to home, baby. So this is what I'm hit you with. I'm not gonna let down. You're gonna visit San Antonio.
Oh,
I've been looking for that day for years. Okay. Now,
I ain't
what is
got
your
no choice now.
what is your thoughts on the quote from women, especially the ones in San Antonio? There are there are the good men. Where are the good men at? Because Texas men are full of bull and scared of commitment.
That's the biggest lie I ever heard. There are bad men everywhere. Period.
Exactly.
I live in Georgia. And
Hmm.
some of these men, I'm beginning to wonder if their mama raised them or where they were raised. Um, there's good men and bad men everywhere.
Hmm.
You have to weed them out. You got to know exactly what you want in a man. You got to stand your ground.
Exactly. Yeah,
You
because I
can't let
mean,
a man run you over.
yeah.
You got to stand up and stand up for yourself.
Mhm.
You got to let a man know, hey, this is me. This is what I want. Take it or leave it.
Yeah,
Just put your
because
cards on the
I don't
table. If his cards don't match up with what you want, get up and leave.
exactly, because I don't necessarily think it's just San Antonio, it's just Atlanta, it's just New
It's
York,
all over.
it's all over. But sometimes we need to step back and look in the mirror and say, could it be just me? Is there something
Yes,
that needs to be fixed within me? We and it comes a time and place where we need to stop blaming men for the situation that we're in and start looking
right.
at ourselves and
We
how
got to
we're
look at
stepping,
ourselves.
how we standing, and how we're moving. It's not always the men from Texas. Now, the women also,
It's
because you
men
know,
all over.
yes, I'm from San Antonio, so I'm going to speak on this because I've been hearing a lot of this, and this is why I'm going to address it. Because we're talking about the single life. Women have said all men here want is a woman to take care of them. I need
Well,
you for that.
I'm gonna say this. I dated some from San Antonio, and yeah, they do. They want to see what kind of house you got, what kind of car you drive, how much money you make, and your kind of lifestyle.
Mhm.
And then the next thing you know, if you not don't meet up to them, they don't want nothing to do with you.
But don't it sound like the script is being flipped? Because you know what? The women was doing that at first.
Yeah, women were looking at, oh, he drive a nice car, he flashing money.
Hmm.
It
But
shouldn't be
then,
about money. It
but
should
see,
be
now you want to
about
complain and give shout outs because now the men are doing it.
right. It's a reverse cycle.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, they also have said men are scared of a strong woman. In your own words, define what is a strong woman. Because a lot of women got that misconstrued.
A strong woman is a woman that's able to you fold, but you don't bend. And what I mean by that, you've gone through so much, you're able to get back up and move forward and step out and still smile and hold your head up high, no matter what is thrown at you.
Hmm.
It's not about your education. It's not about your looks. It's
Hmm.
about how you handle things in life.
Okay. Now, before I get to what I have to say, I want you to tell me something on your thoughts when it come down to this time and day. Is happiness solely on how much a person make, the job they have, or the car they drive?
No, that's materialistic. That's
And
materialistic because that can all be gone tomorrow. What really counts on a relationship is love, respect, understanding, communication, and if you can build on it.
exactly. Because, I've spoke to this to my dad personally, and, 'cause, he's well off. And my thing, I had to tell him, I said, "You know what?" I said, "It's like this, the way I see things. You can have a man that shower you with everything you want, need, and don't need, all the riches. And if that woman is unhappy, she's broke. But
Right.
you can have a man that makes less money than you, that drives a hoopty, but is making your life full of joy. And that woman could feel like the richest person on the street."
Yep. That's true.
People people are materialistic to where they feel like money and riches buys happiness, and it doesn't. Because you can have a mansion,
There
you
is
can have the
no
best
value.
designer
There's
clothes.
no price value on happiness, respect, love, none of that. None of
Okay,
it.
now let's go to this since we're talking about hitting on 50. Because a lot of things do go based on looks, the shape of a body, how a person smell. What are your perspectives on that as we're getting older?
Repeat that again because I had to laugh at you. I had to laugh.
What are your thoughts and your opinion on when people speak on being attracted to a person solely on the structure of their body, they looks, how they smell, and how they talk?
Okay, first of all, as we get
Now we hit
older,
on 50.
you know your
These are
looks.
things that
As you
basic.
get older, your looks they fade away. It
Hmm.
shouldn't be about your looks. I know some of it. Yes, that our eyes do catch. But what you should really be focused on is the heart, the
All right,
conversation,
in your mind.
and your mind, and what they bring to the table, where y'all can build on. And I'm
Exactly.
not talking about money. I'm talking the foundation.
Because I know I told one time, because she always comment on the way a man looks, the smell, or what he drive, and I'm like, what about his mind? What about his character? You know, sometimes a person that's muscular, that's the finest person that used to
They're
play
the
on,
ones that are stuck on themselves too.
those are not the one for you. Sometimes what we least attracted to is the one that is the most for us.
Right.
And sometimes we need to step down, especially when you're getting older. You can't be too selective. Like, no, baby, I can't go for that washboard stomach anymore. We're getting older. I can't be selective. You know, gravity ain't our friend anymore.
I bet you I'm gonna be selective. I ain't gonna. Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Okay,
mm-mm.
now
No,
I
you.
need for you to
No,
define.
no, no.
Okay, define from your own stand of definition. What is a strong man?
A strong man is a man that's able to lead, stand up and be a man, be a man of your word, be
Hmm.
trustworthy, be able to be honest and open, and you're not living with your mama, not
Hmm.
living with your brother. You're not running from here to there with every woman. You're straightforward, honest. You can
Right,
communicate.
right. Now, before we go to
You got
intimate,
values. You got values.
yeah, here. Okay, now before we go to a small break, I want to ask you a question. Because the next when we come back, we're gonna go into something of a different level with you in your life that has changed. But what is your perception on a single person that falls for a person solely based on the bedroom?
When you fall solely on the bedroom man or bedroom woman, what do y'all have in common? Nothing but the bedroom. And maybe it might last 6 months to a year, maybe 2 years. But
Hmm.
there's really nothing strong foundation that's gonna hold y'all together. Say
No,
if something happens, how y'all gonna withstand it. Hard
Exactly.
times hit in relationships.
Yeah, because my thing is, what do you know about the guy? What do you sense from him? What do you see in him? I mean, is he a strong person? Is he
Does
a
he go to
hard
work? Does he have morals? What
Yeah.
are his
Is he
values?
understanding? Is he violent? How's his temper? How do he handle pressure? How do he
Does
handle
he drink a lot? Does he?
exactly? Learn more about this person before you say, I'm in love with him after you exit the bedroom. Now we're gonna take a small break and presenting by Street Legion, I'm gonna present to y'all my girl. She is my favorite girl, Nikita McLacour, in Captivated.
Every time I think of you, I feel so complete. The way you walk, the way you talk. I was his when he walked towards me wearing his Celtics jersey in green. His smile had me mesmerized, had me singing about everything. He looked into my heart, that was the perfect start. He took my hand and led me into romance, was my escape from the dark. He is my armored knight, the one that holds me at night, the one that says my name, and the wrong becomes the right. So let's take a flight to Paris at night, waking up in the AM and to the sights, to the sights. Every time I think of you, I feel so complete. The way you walk, the way you talk, you're captivating. Every time I think of you, I feel so complete. The way you walk, the way you talk, you captivating me. He confessed his love and was true to the end. 'Cause I wanted him to be my man, but also my friend. You love me for who I am and not for what you see. Because when my beauty fades, I know that you will still want me. I wanna be your queen, sitting beside my king. My king name is Timothy, whom gave me a ring, gave me his last name and asked for forever. It was love at first sight, and I'm blessed that we are still together. Every time I think of you, I feel so complete. The way you walk, the way you talk, you captivating. Every time I think of you, I feel so complete. The way you walk, the way you talk, you captivating me. I'm the woman he thinks about, no doubt. The love is real, and it's what those haters dream about. Together since I was 19, he's the star of my dreams. He says I got that sweet juice that has him craving a drink of my intentional seduce. I got him running red lights just to get to me at night. He says I make everything all right because I am his wife. He calls me his destiny, so I give him the best of me. And when he put that ring on it, he had claim on it. Only he holds the key to unlock my ocean, and I'm giving him all of my devotion because I'm his. Every time I think of you, I feel so complete. The way you walk, the way you talk, captivating. Every time I think of you, I feel so complete. The way you walk, the way you talk, you captivating me.
Street Legend presents Poetically Yours, Mrs. Nikita McClure, and Captivating. When I say she's my favorite, y'all got to look her up. She's on every platform, and I'm telling you, it is worth getting that CD. She makes you want to fall all in love, make you not want to be single, because I'm telling you straight up, I know her personally, and watching her, I'm telling you, I can't wait to receive mine. I'm telling you. Okay, Roxanne, we're gonna go ahead and give some shout outs. Zetra says, yes, to poetically yours. Baby, you know that. You know that. So we're gonna trying to see here. We're gonna talk about your next level in life, Roxanne. Now,
The next level in life.
yes,
Well,
now your single status has recently changed. And it turned out in a way you didn't expect. Can you tell us y'all story a little bit about his character and the plan for the future? And that why he's putting that beautiful smile on your face.
um, I guess maybe back, maybe about 2, 3 years ago, we talked and things got messy, and we decided we never really stopped communicating. It's just we took a break.
Mhm.
Um, I guess it was December or January. We started talking back. Make a long story short, uh, next year's the big
So that he's the reason why you got this glow on your face. 'Cause I know I got the news already, so I was all excited. I was expecting.
day. She got the 411 before
So
we got.
happy. Yes, yes. And I know him. Well, I know of him. We've been following each other for years on Facebook. But I'm so happy for y'all. Do you feel that this time is not being in a relationship was needed for molding and knowing what you two have in one another?
Sometimes you have to take a step back from everything,
Mhm.
life itself, people, um, and figure out what's important and what's not important, and see where things are headed. But the most important thing you always do is pray. And what was weird is when we were talking, he said he never stopped praying for me, and I never stopped praying for him. Well, that was a sign right there.
Oh, that there. Oh, God. I got to do this.
Don't do it. Don't do what I do. Don't do
Woo!
it.
Lord have mercy. Love story. Love story. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot and come at you like Medea King, her granddaughter in the family reunion.
Or no, you're not.
How you know me? I gotta have a little pettiness, a little fun. What do he do for you?
He adds value,
Mhm.
respect, communication, and he wants to build. The foundation is there.
Right, right.
He opened the door. All I had to do was walk through.
Mm, boy, that's what I'm talking about. Because they don't even do that no more. They really don't. I'm like, it's like, okay, if they do start off doing it, they're not continuing. But I've seen Mr. Robinson myself, and he's a perfect gentleman. He is an all around gentleman. And I mean, that's what I've seen in him. He didn't know that I've seen him, but I seen him. Do you feel? If people looked and asked that question before saying I do, marriages wouldn't end or be a failure of happiness.
Yes. If you take time to really seek things, seek each other, communicate,
Hmm.
build a foundation, there won't be so many divorces or separations.
Exactly, exactly. And I mean, that's the key that we always talk about is communication. And you also you can't leave out the loyalty,
Yeah.
you know. And I
But you
think
can't forget God's got to be first.
exactly. And I'm the type of person I'm big about loyalty and just be honest with me. Because the one thing that I despise is when I can't trust you. That it eats me up. And so,
But when a person, what I can say is, when a person can come and tell you stuff you're not even asking about, that's loyalty.
yes,
That's
yes.
loyalty. Because
Okay.
I know he's done it a million of times and I ain't even asked for it, but hey, okay, why you telling me? Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to allow you this time alone, one on one with the viewer. And I'll exit the room so you can give them a nutritional word, how to follow, find you, and give them a little advice on finding their true love.
In my words, you have to seek yourself first. You have to take time out to know who you are and what you want in life. Find you. Pray. Let God guide you and show you. God will give you an insight. He will show you who that right person is. All you got to do is follow God's lead and have an open mind and heart and communicate.
Now, if people want to find you, could you tell them how they can follow you or where?
If you want to follow me on my Facebook. I'm under Roxanne, Roxahne, last name Adams. I'm not hard to find. If you want to follow me, you can follow me there. Or on Instagram, I'm under my name.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been such a pleasure. I don't know about all y'all out there, but I feel like this was a great show, great topic. I had a lot of fun. I can't wait. And I don't care what you say. You can make a trip to Austin as long as you want to because you're coming to San Antonio. I'm claiming that girlfriend. Okay, everyone. I thank y'all for tuning in. Tune in next Thursday, September the 10th, as you see the banner go by at 7 p.m. as we interview Mr. DC, the comedian, on the topic hustling comically. I'm telling y'all, we have a real big treat coming on. He is a real funny guy, and he tells jokes in the clean way. You ain't got to worry about nothing dirty. So I'm looking forward. I'm excited. I can't wait to have it up on the broadcast. Now, tune in right after this show with the Queens of Interpretation brought to you through Street Legion. That's Divine One, Ebony, Lala Maria, and Zetra Mancho. Tell you, as soon as we sign off, I'm clicking on to them. I'm gonna tell you, those are some tasteful queens that bring it to you real, something very, very seasoned, so that it carry you out through the week. So, we're gonna go ahead and sign y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all so much. And Roxanne, thank you so much for bringing on the podcast. This has been such a joy. I love you, girlfriend, and I am
Love
claim.
you.
And like they say, you claim it, you got it. So I'll
It's
got
mine.
you in San
It's mine.
Antonio. It's real soon. And
You
I'll
take care.
look for the invitation. Love you, girl. Y'all have a
Love
blessed
you.
week. See y'all next
You
week
too.
right here
Okay.
on the Fucking Heart Show.
Good night.